Hello and welcome to my Norwegian ultra training series, where I've given myself 4 months to take my 50k PB down from 7 hours 22 to sub 6:30. Can it be done? I don't know, but that's what we're here to find out. Thanks for joining me, and here's what happened in week 9. Here we are then at the beginning of week 9. Last week was a big one with the biggest sub-threshold session so far and that mammoth 28-kilometre run home from Bakewell. Had a rest day on Sunday to give me a chance to get into this week feeling fresh enough. I'm pleased to say, having had a rest, everything's feeling good. No trouble with the knee either on that big run or afterwards, which is hard to believe, but great news. This week is actually a step down. The volume drops, the long run drops, but the intensity is still there on the Tuesday. So what we're looking at here is a consolidation week. The idea is not to just keep pushing on and on and on, but to allow my body to absorb what's happened recently, especially that massive run at the weekend. The sub-threshold session on the Tuesday is going to be a 2x15 minutes this time, so I haven't done any where the intervals have been that long up to now, so that'll be another challenge. So here we go. Let's see if we can just keep things calm and manageable this week, get through another one, bank some more training without going berserk and trying to keep pushing higher and higher. Hopefully this is just what we need. Okay, it's Monday, so you know what comes next. Strength session done, 45-minute easy run. Sticking to the roads, got the max cushion more V4s on. Hopefully nothing much to report beyond that. Okay, 45 minutes easy done, and that run was just perfect for two main reasons. For one thing, my fitness seems to have taken a big step up recently. On the recent easy runs, I'm finding that my legs are kind of used to running at a certain speed, but when I do that, my heart rate's kind of 5 or 10 beats lower than the range I'm trying to get into, so I'm having to kind of give my legs permission to stride out a bit more, and even then, getting into range isn't always that easy. So yeah, really feeling good on the training front, feeling kind of smooth and efficient, and really enjoying that. And the second thing is, I ran through Clay Cross today. I usually kind of go halfway in through the park and come back, but I decided to go all the way through to the main high street and back today. And I don't think I've ever encountered so many kind of friendly and polite pedestrians as I've been running as I did today. Without exception, every person, dog walker, couple, family who I encountered just moved right over to one side for me, acknowledged me, spoke to me, and were just generally really friendly. So absolutely can't fault anyone I encountered today in Clay Cross or Danesmore nearby. So yeah, it just makes a big difference when everyone's nice like that. So today's run was a 10 out of 10 really. Right, welcome to Tuesday, and it's interval session day as usual. I've got 2x15 minutes on the plan today. I'm going to head down the usual spot, down the nature reserve. It looks warmer than it is. There's blue skies and sun. Got the sunglasses with me, but it's only 9 Celsius, so hopefully I'll warm up soon. That's rep 1 done. I think I was averaging about 4:30 per kilometre, which is better than usual. Right, that's the second and final rep done. A little bit slower than the first rep for a couple of reasons. One, obviously I was tiring after the first rep, and two, a lot more uphill on the way back, so I was assisted more on the way there, and yeah, had to tackle the ups on the way back. All good though. Some interesting numbers from Garmin after that run. It's put my VO2 max up to 51, and I think it's dropped my threshold by 1. It says it's 163 now, so I seem to have got fitter but less fit in one run, which is not bad going. Okay, welcome to Wednesday. It's a nice sunny 12 Celsius today. I've got a 45-minute easy run. I'm wearing the Hoka Mach 5s. And I'm going to put my shades on. mainly for the hay fever benefits, to stop all the pollen and dust going in my eyes. But yeah, I think that's all we need to know. Let's get started. Right, 45 minutes done then. Garmin says I'm maintaining as usual, as it has for about the last 5 or 6 weeks. Although that's the first time an easy run has come in at under 6 minute pace. According to the watch, it says 5:59 per kilometre on average, so can't complain at that. Alright folks, it's Friday. We're back down to a fairly chilly 6 Celsius at the moment, and yesterday was meant to be a strength day, but I skipped that. I've been having some trouble with some kind of, I don't know, muscle knots around my shoulder blade, shoulder, neck, going down my arm and then across my chest at one point. Everything got really tight, so I've been really trying to get into stuff there with the foam roller, a lacrosse ball, massage gun, just trying to ease everything off, and it is feeling a little bit better today, but I didn't want to do any lifting yesterday and just risk making that worse, so yeah, I took the time to recover, try and get over that. It's still there a bit now, but yeah, on the mend hopefully, so it's not going to stop me getting out for this 40 minutes easy. Morning folks, it's Saturday, it's a long run day, and I'm grateful for the fact that this week it's just a 90-minute plod around the local villages. I'm not ready for any massive adventures this weekend. The main trouble I'm having is with my left sort of shoulder area, where I've got all these knots and aches and pains, and it's been disturbing my sleep. You know, every time I try and turn over or lie on my preferred left side, which is probably partly why I've got the problem in the first place, yeah, it just wakes me up, so my sleep's been pretty disturbed recently. Did alright last night. I think I got an 80% sleep score, so that's something. But yeah, be nice to get this long run just plodded out this morning, and hopefully try and get some more massage done on this shoulder area. It has been easing off a bit. It's definitely not as bad as it was, thankfully. So week 9 has been something of a consolidation week on the plan. As I mentioned, this long run's only 90 minutes, so not pushing things too far this week after the big adventure running home from Bakewell last week. So a good chance to just let the training soak in and let things recover. And everything's gone to plan, apart from missing that Thursday strength session with this shoulder issue, which I'm hoping is on the way to being fully repaired, but I'll keep working on it. It seems crazy to think that with week 9 drawing to a close now, that means I'm halfway through this 18-week training plan. Seems like only yesterday I was running home from Hardwick Hall and saying how 6 weeks marks the 1/3 point, and now here we are. Where does the time go? Looking ahead then, this next 4 weeks is the biggest section of the plan in terms of training. Weeks 10 through 13, I'll be doing longer and longer long runs, some big sessions on a Tuesday, and that's the peaking block of the training plan, if you like. I'm hoping to get the majority of those long runs done on the race route, so I can just remind myself of my way around, even though I'm still fairly confident, and just get used to it again and get some specific training for the race. I haven't been talking about the sore knee on the recent vlogs, I just wanted to keep it quiet, let it quietly put itself to bed and not give me any more bother. And thankfully that has been the case. Right, let's see how I get on with the Run for Your Life segment this morning. Made it. Got the heart rate up to 148. Live to tell the tale though. Just back there I ran past a farm. The wind was blowing out the gateway and you got that smell that you get sometimes with farms. The kind that makes the kids roll up the car windows as you drive past and tell you they feel sick, and it's disgusting. But for me it brought back some childhood memories. I don't actually mind the smell because I got used to it at one point. I'll go into the story a bit later when I'm not next to roads where every time I try and speak half a dozen cars drive past. I've noticed on the uphills at the moment, when I get the heart rate alert going off, I slow down and walk for a few paces. Keep an eye on my watch to see what the heart rate's doing. And after just a short period of time, the heart rate drops like a stone, which I think is a good indication of my fitness at the moment. I think my fitness is in a better state than that van's. Jesus. It's like a foggy day. I hope he was on his way to the repair garage. Jesus, this can't be good fit. I can feel blisters forming on the arches of both feet now. Keep forgetting these shoes are great for shorter distances, but I need to put some tape on or something to stop that arch rubbing anything around an hour or longer. So yeah, oops. Only about 10 minutes to go now. Right, that's the 90-minute long run done then. I'll just come back to that story I was on about with the smelly farm earlier. It just reminded me of a time when I was kind of 8, 9, 10 years old. I had a best friend called Stephen when we lived in Bakewell, and his family, his dad, was responsible for there was like a place next to the secondary school I would go to later where all the hunting hounds were, and his dad looked after the hounds, and there was stables for all the horses, and I used to go and call for him, and we used to go and like play about on the grounds of this place where he lived. We used to go in the hay barn, and there'd be all bales that we could make big dens out of and crawl about on top of these bales, and we'd come out covered in black dust upwards and noses and everywhere. And yeah, I'm not sure how much of an impact that had on my feelings towards dogs. I've never really been a dog person, although I am getting used to them as I get older. But yeah, we'd walk past these big caged areas where the hounds were, and they'd all be like barking away and jumping up and scaring the life out of us. We also used to go right at the back of the property. There was like a, I don't know, what would you call it, an abattoir or a slaughterhouse. And we actually used to go in there. It absolutely reeked. Oh, that was grim. I would not recommend that smell. But there was like barrels in there full of like animal guts and intestines, and oh, it was grim. I didn't used to go in there very often. But yeah, the rest of the property, it had that kind of farmy smell. They used to burn all the what they'd shoveled out of the stables at the back of the property, so you'd have that smoke drifting across, and there'd just be that general farmy type smell there. So yeah, in a way those smells, I've definitely got used to them at an early age, so yeah, they don't bother me that much. But yeah, another thing that happened during that period of my life, me and Stephen used to go off roaming around in the countryside, having adventures, you know, sword fighting with sticks in the woods and climbing into fields and up trees and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's probably where my love of, you know, going on long adventures in the countryside may have started. But yeah, fond memories. So on Sunday, the plan had an optional 40-minute easy run or rest day, and given the terrible sleep I had on Saturday night due to this shoulder pain, you can see on this chart how badly the sleep went. Every one of those tall pink spikes is where I was awake, in pain, trying to get into a comfortable position so I could fall back to sleep again. I did not feel like doing the run on Sunday, so the end of the week came on Saturday after the long run. And yeah, that's week 9 in the bag. So thanks for joining me again this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.